Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new mod. Now, I'm not entirely sure how old the mod is. I saw it on the Paradox Plaza forums for the Dark Tower. Well, Dark Tower's a forum. And, yeah, I just thought just have to try this one. I don't think I've seen it before, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So, it's rather interesting to stay alternate history. It begins in 1914, which is actually rather interesting. Something very different. We have Russia, Austria, the USA, the Commune of France, the USSR, England, Ottoman Empire, Japan, Qing Empire, a few other nations, importantly the Confederate States of America, Gran Colombia, Kingdom of Two Sicilies, Venice, some interesting nations there, South Africa. Yugoslavia is still there though, apparently, that's pretty cool. California, supposedly, rather interesting. So, let's see. The German Empire was was created at Versailles in 1871 under the aegis of Prussian military might. Does this take into consideration the new... Does not seem to do so. Okay, so the descriptions have not yet been updated, but yeah, this is it. I'm not entirely sure what stage the mod is at, but it does seem rather interesting. So we're going to go ahead and try it out. So we'll go with hard difficulty, because, yeah, I like a bit of a challenge. Use counters on autosave monthly. Okay. Tech team takeover. No. Right, there we go. Let's see how things turn out. So it's going to be rather interesting. And it seems like the German... Oh wow. There is a Germany, but it's not quite fully united. The Austrian Empire still yet remains. I'm going to have to try and do a bit of research and try and figure out what the hell the backstory is. So we start on January 1st, 1914, and yeah, you can see that Europe is already quite a different place. We have a commune, we have a Spain that includes Portugal, the Kingdom of Two Sicilies, which is a puppet of Spain. So it seems like the mod is not yet quite done, obviously due to the lack of government ministers here. The papacy, Italy's not yet united. We have Austria over here, which includes basically Hungary, Bohemia, parts of Romania, a united Yugoslavia to the south, Poland exists, Saxony exists, Bavaria, we have a united Scandinavia to the north, the USSR, an Ottoman Empire here, so no Bulgaria. Okay. Israel exists, which is rather interesting. Egypt, the Arab Federation, Morocco still. Ghana, which is a puppet of Prussia, which is rather interesting. Nigeria, Congo. Jesus, that is so bright. It seems to be German South Africa. Yeah, you can see that the mod is still very new due to the fact that these don't even have ministers. So it's definitely worth taking a look at the progress of it. Egypt controls Ethiopia and Sudan. Persian Empire controlling India. Qing Empire controlling basically all of... That's a lot of territory. Japan, however, still independent. Now that is a thing of beauty. The Australasian Confederation, which is actually beautiful. So that's Indonesia, Australia, New Zealand, New Guinea, basically Borneo, Malaya, parts of Thailand, the Philippines. Bloody hell, that is actually a thing of beauty. South America is rather different. We have the Argentine Confederation, the Empire of Brazil, Gran Colombia. Okay. Mexico. The Mexican Empire. Still has cores over here. I'd imagine it's meant to have a core here in El Paso. That's interesting. Confederate States of America. Seems like the Americans have cores over the entirety of North America, bar in Mexico. Right. So some very interesting things. We have a United Netherlands over here with Belgium. No, Luxembourg is part of Prussia. So indeed, some very interesting things here. So we'll always go with the usual start, tech teams. It's nice to have a different start, and especially in 1914, so at least then history can go on for quite some time. Now whether this mod has enough of the actual alternate history completed in terms of events, I'm not entirely sure. I'm looking forward to finding out, to be honest. It's something nice. I like having something different. Let's go with the logistics. Hindenburg and Ludendorff. Aircraft. Interceptors. Land doctrine. Mass charge. Always a good one to have. Seems we lack a military, so we're going to have to build up. So it seems like a lot of things are not quite finished yet, which is fair enough. I just enjoy that people are still producing mods for this fantastic game. Now, speaking of this, I don't have particularly too long, maybe around 36 minutes remaining. So it's not going to be the longest stream, but hopefully it'll be one where we can see something going on. And, ideally see some interesting events, that's what I'd like to see. Right, secret weapons. That'll do. There we go. Okay, no events as of yet. The economy isn't too bad. We don't have any dissent to begin with, so that's not bad. Now, I'm not entirely sure what we do regarding a start, whether we should build up industry or not. I feel that we should build up a military because, frankly, I don't have a military. Seems... Actually, when does the technology run to? Yeah, so it has the Cold War technology mod. That's pretty cool. Okay, 3.5 I see. 4.1, obviously these are mounted infantry, fair enough. Militia, 2.8, it's not a big difference with the normal infantry, so what we'll do then is we'll crank out some normal infantry. Okay. Just get those cranked out, we'll see where we are, see where things lay, and work it out. So yep, no military at all, no navy, no air force. We have barely any ministers, so yeah, this mod is definitely work in progress. That is fair enough though, so it's nice to take a look at the proof of concept. There we go. Indeed. Yeah, no ministers available. So our own calls then, so we have a... That's quite nice actually. I mean, calls all the way up to the Baltic States, Denmark, Netherlands, Switzerland, parts of France, obviously Alsace-Lorraine. So yeah, fairly large calls there. That could be a very powerful Germany. Okay. Can I take a look at statistics? Yeah, this is being streamed on YouTube. Okay. God, that white is so very white. I'll have to do a little bit of reading on the mod page. I'll post a link to the mod down below after the stream. Then you guys can take a look as well if you'd like. Okay. So consumer goods then is going ahead quite nicely. I suppose we might as well start to produce a Air Force 2. The Navy. Definitely work in progress. Right, 1,000 days. $1,300. So yeah, I might as well go for the battle cruiser. Okay, get a couple of these going. And some transports too while we're at it. Okay. Yeah, so it seems nobody has a military yet, which, fair enough. So definitely very early in this progress mod. Not entirely sure if there's any events, actually, which is rather interesting. So we'll see how things go on, and then we can always, like, take a look. But it's interesting to see a proof of concept. So even if there are no mods yet into the game, then that's no problem. We can always just take a look and come back to it in the future. Interesting to see a independent California. I do like the Mexican Empire flag. So we have a Leninist Congo. That does not seem right. There we go. Okay, now nations actually do have militaries. That's good to see. Agriculture, 1915. There we go. So production times are fairly short, so that's always a good thing. Well, we only have a few air bases. Hello there, Cursor. Indeed, I'm not seeing any events down here in the logs. It seems like the events aren't probably finished. Though, much of the work is already here, so it's just one of those where they're probably going to have to write the event. So we'll see. We'll go on a maybe 1-2 years and then we'll see what happens. If there's no events, we can always just call this a interesting view. And come back to it in the future. There we go. Right, those will produce fairly quickly. Rebase over there. Nice, we do have these claims. So we have a creation of the axis there. So we have Italian. Right. Okay, so there's definitely some events here, it's just obviously they're not quite yet developed. Right, let's get us in the border. Probably best against the French, first of all. And then Bavaria. There we go. Hey, Black. I'm not doing too bad at all, actually. Just interested in this mod. I was hoping that it would be a little bit more finished, but it doesn't seem so. But that's no problem. We'll go on a little bit longer, see how things, if they change at all, and then we'll just call the stream to an end, and then I'm probably back later on. This is the Rise the Weltkreig mod. So it seems to be fairly new, that's the thing. I'm not entirely sure if it's brand new or it's been around or what, but it seems likely to be brand new. Which is pretty interesting. Well, at least we're going to have a sizable air force pretty quickly. I'm not going to complain about that. Okay, at least there's troops on the ground now, so things are starting to come back to life. Max Hoffman. There we go. I'm honestly unsure of the background and the alternate history because there's a lot of interesting things going on here. Oh, the Soviets still have Alaska. Now that's rather interesting. Well, the Russians still have Alaska. Yeah, it seems like I don't have any leaders either. Okay. So what we'll do then is we'll quickly declare war on Bavaria. No, not... okay. Ah, actually no. So, Bavaria is allied with Austria, with the Austrian Empire, Saxony, who's also allied with Spain. The Commune is allied with Yugoslavia, and the USSR. That's rather scary. Bloody hell, Persia's causing this. That's bloody incredible. See, Persia's actually going to be fairly big thing. And the Ottoman Empire have cores on all of that land. That is fucking immense. So I could say that an Ottoman Empire in this game would be very, very formidable if it had all of those cores. Well, I say very formidable, I mean they'd have a lot of resources. There's a lot of resources, a hell of a lot of manpower too. So all of that, yet they don't have cores on Tunisia. Who'd have thought it? Who'd have thunk it? Indeed. So the Soviets want this territory back. Well, now they took it from the Chinese, or they consider it to be theirs. So the moment... okay. So South Africa considers this core territory. Ghana considers Liberia core territory. Italy obviously considers Italy core territory. That and Tunisia, which is rather interesting, along with Malta. Interesting, very interesting. As well as, like, Corsica and Sardinia. See, it's rather interesting that we have the United Kingdom with a very small empire. I suppose they do have this. But they don't have India, which is rather interesting. It's just a lot of different things. But I think what we'll do then is we'll call it here for the time being. And in the future we'll come back to this mod. Ideally once it's had a little bit more progress made on it. And we can see what's going on. But I will post the link down to the mod so you guys can take a look at it too. So until next time guys, thank you for watching and goodbye for now.